Hey y'all,
This is Dee.
And this is Shelby, and we're from Bxtch, Please.
Welcome back to another episode.
Hey.
This is episode 27.
27. You want to know how I know that? Because you numbered the last episode,
did.
and now I remember.
I did. I'm going to go back and number them all.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll show up on everything.
That's okay.
But I'll do it.
At least on YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, I'll go ahead and do it. And
Yeah.
on other stuff, I will as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool.
We're on 27.
Yes.
Yes.
We're anyways.
What?
I was going to say we're struggling a little bit, but I'm like,
We're
we're going to talk about our screws anyways.
Oh, okay. Well, how are your screws?
Loose. Loose. They are not okay right now.
Yeah.
But that's okay. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
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 What about yours? How are yours?
Yep. Mine
Okay.
are a little loose.
Cool.
They're a little loose. They're a little wobbly.
Yeah.
They're like hovering above the hole.
Yeah. They're not quite there yet. It's okay.
But it's okay. We're here.
Yep.
Okay. So, first segment we're going to get into is weird laws that are in the States that were either around at some point and have been changed, or ones that are still around, but they're weird laws in the States. So,
Weird.
the first one I thought was really interesting. It is a law that was once had in Mississippi. They once passed a law stipulating that any person who has already had an illegitimate child and again becomes the parent of an illegitimate child within the state is guilty of a misdemeanor punishable by fines, jail time, or both. They don't have that law anymore, I don't believe.
Yeah, but like, why ain't everybody in jail then? Because you know how many people have illegitimate children? Men. Let's rephrase that. Do you know how many men have illegitimate children?
I mean, it's a lot easier for men to have multiple kids than women. We can only have one about a year.
One a year, give or take.
Yeah.
Give or take.
They can have multiple in a year.
In a day.
Yeah.
They can create multiple babies in one day.
But we need the birth control.
But we need the birth control. Don't get us started on that. Don't get me started.
Okay, next one. This one cracked me up because I was just like, damn. So in Washington, a county in Washington, they passed a law in 1969 deeming the slaying of Bigfoot to be a felony and punishable by 5 years in prison. This law was later amended designating Bigfoot as an endangered species. How did Bigfoot have more rights than black folks?
Honestly, though.
How that happen?
How is that?
How that happen?
In probably a county in Washington that's hella racist. Because there's some places in Washington that are wild.
Based off this name, I'm going to go ahead and say yes.
What's the name of it?
Skamania?
Yeah. I have no idea where that is. Probably hella racist. They're like the home of the Proud Boys.
Washington State?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. But like this is coming from like the East Washington, like East Washington area.
Okay.
Yeah. The rest of the state's great.
Well,
love it. So good.
Love it. It's great. It's wonderful. So, okay. This is a Florida weird law, which I understand most people are like, Florida laws, Florida weird. We get it. We understand. But this is a Florida law that it's Florida. It has long since been forgotten, but it was illegal to pass gas in Florida after 6 p.m. on a Thursday.
I would have been jailed.
I would have
Straight
been
to jail.
In public on a Thursday?
Straight to jail. Straight
At
to jail
6?
for me.
Sometimes we're at the gym.
Yes.
I'm gassy in the gym.
I'm gassy sometimes. Sometimes I just be crop dusting people. Don't give a fuck.
Listen.
Keep it moving.
Acting like nothing happened.
Yep. Weird ass law, bro.
Yeah.
Of course, Florida.
Another Florida law is you're not allowed to break more than 3 dishes per day or chip the edges of more than 4 cups and or saucers. So if you want to break 4 dishes, you might want to calm down.
Yeah. First of all, why are you breaking dishes? Who was out there breaking so many dishes? They were like, we've got to create a law on how many dishes you're allowed to break a day.
And like, what's the limit? Like 2 is like not enough. Like,
are we
3
talking
is,
about
like
like?
just the
Are we
right
talking
amount.
about like I can do 1 big ass dish or 4 big dishes, or does it have to be like small, medium, large dishes?
It doesn't
you know
say,
what I mean?
and now because you're bringing this up, they may have to change the law to specify the size and what type of dishes that can be broken.
You want to know where I think this law came from, though? Probably the angry housewives of all those men back then.
I was like, I'm tired of your shit.
With them illegitimate children. with legitimate children. All these women out there is like, get the fuck out.
Get out.
So they had to pass the law.
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, it's strange.
Makes sense. No,
this one, I don't know. Again, I don't know if some of these are active or not anymore. A lot of them, not a lot of these ones, but a lot of laws that are weird are still in effect because nobody pays attention to them. So if anything ever came up and you like, I don't know, maybe like looked into the laws of your state and was like, you know what, I'm going to go take somebody to court for this. You probably could.
You probably could.
And probably could win because some of these laws are still in existence.
I could literally go to jail for farting after 6 p.m.
I don't know if it's still active, but this law, I don't know if it's active or not, but it blew me.
Which one is it? From where?
It's a law in Illinois.
Makes sense already. Continue. Continue.
It mandates that all bachelors should be called master, not mister, when addressed by their female counterparts.
That sounds like just slavery. What? No. I mean, do what you want, but don't tell me what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
I was like,
I'm not, too terribly upset about calling somebody master, but also don't, like, why is it a law?
We'll get there. Okay. So this next one is from New Mexico. So in Albuquerque, it is illegal for cab drivers to reach and out and pull potential customers into their cabs. So they're pretty much saying no kidnapping.
Somebody was doing that. So they were like, we got to make a fucking law.
All of these laws are nuts because at some point somebody did it at least one time or like, multiple for them to be like, we really need to put a cap on this.
You know what? I bet back then, right? Somebody was doing this. And then they finally caught the guy who was doing it. And then a rally of people came together and created a nonprofit to fight against
the guy that was pulling
people in the fucking cabs. It was a whole movement.
Them, though, like, what are you just pulling them in so you can get your fare for the day? Are you taking them somewhere? What do you do?
What type of arm length do you have to?
You get on the car, just snatch them up and toss them in your cab?
Like, are you just like opening up the door and your arms long enough? Like Inspector Gadget?
I was thinking of the stretchy guy. What's the stretchy guy?
Stretch Armstrong. I was thinking of Inspector Gadget.
Nobody's gonna know that. They're gonna be like, who the hell is Stretch Armstrong?
Nobody's gonna know that shit.
World.
I wanted one so bad. Girl. Anyways, but that's my thought process. Yeah. Like, how the fuck?
All these, I think that's what's so funny about these. As I was reading them, I'm like, somebody did this.
Somebody did this
This is crazy.
With Stretch Armstrong arms and was just pulling people inside and saying, where you need to go.
This one, wait, I got one more. That was nuts. Not nuts, but it is one more.
What?
In North Carolina, before a man asks for a woman's hand in marriage, he must be inspected by all the barnyard animals on the young woman's family's property to ensure a harmonious farm life.
Like, what?
So
like,
all the animals gotta be like,
come up and sniff it.
He good.
Look good.
Yeah.
He can stay.
He gonna make our farm grow. He could be here.
I cannot.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
That's weird as shit.
So
I'm still stuck on the cab driver.
The cab driver one is weird because I'm like, what were you doing?
Who the fuck was out there doing that?
Like,
and the dishes.
They were like, that's the limit. And then the other one that I didn't really mention, but I'll bring it up now. There's a law in Florida as well, or was, that it's illegal to sing out loud in your swimsuit.
Again, I would have been jailed. Like,
who go to the beach and don't be singing something?
I'm always singing something all the time.
We had a speaker last time we were at the beach. We were just chilling.
I was jamming.
Having a blast.
My god, that was so nice. Can we please do that again?
Oh, of course.
Impromptu beach days with me and Dee are the best. If you ever want to just go.
Although I had to pay $35 goddamn to park.
You really did.
I was so pissed. First of all, the thing said $5. I wouldn't complain about this if it wasn't for the fact that it said $5.
It did. And that's why we parked there.
And I was like, cool. It was like an hour before you didn't have to pay for parking anymore anyway, so whatever. And then I pay and it's like $35 and I was like, damn, that's fucked up.
That is. And there was no, like, you couldn't get a return or anything.
You can't talk to nobody because it's a code, a QR code.
It's fucking crazy.
These it's related. QR codes and websites where you have to like scan and go pay and there's like no person available.
Yeah.
Those are horrible.
Yeah.
Those are going to be the downfall of a lot of parking areas because they do not always work.
Yeah.
And I had that happen this weekend where I went to go park my car in the garage, pushed the code, and it was like, nah, we can't even process your stuff. And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And so myself and like a couple of other people didn't pay for parking. And if my car got towed, I had a screenshot because I was like, y'all not about to get me on this.
Facts.
Crazy.
Craziness.
Anyway, so we're going to play fact or fiction.
Yeah.
All right. I know you got a lot of useless facts.
I have so many useful facts.
You got a lot of facts.
I have so many facts.
So we're going to do fact or fiction.
Fact or fiction. Wasps sleep.
Girl.
A wasp will sleep. They go to sleep.
Fiction?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, so they just stay up?
They stay dormant. They will literally just sit in their nest and they don't sleep. They're awake, but they just don't move. Mm-hmm.
Oh, weird.
They don't actually sleep.
Oh. Mm-hmm. It is illegal to drive with your like overhead light on.
That's fiction.
That is fiction.
Yes.
Why our parents tell us otherwise?
Our parents be lying. Our parents be lying to us all the time. I can't even tell you how many things like my mother told me as a kid. Like my face, like, you know, you would get mad or whatever, and she would be like, your face is going to stay like that if you keep your face like that. I would be so scared. It was like, essentially, she was telling me I'm not allowed to have feelings.
Right.
Like, well, she's like, stop having feelings. Stop showing it on your face. That's literally what it was.
Jeez. But I don't understand why parents do that. Because, like, some of that stuff really be sticking with you.
Girl, like, I never looked at the microwave when I was heating something up.
I was scared.
Because they were like, you're going to get cancer. Why? We were always on the verge of dying. Just because we were annoying the fuck out of them.
It's like, we got to find y'all something to do. Like,
you're going to die if you keep doing that.
Go sit quietly in a corner, please.
Fuck. God. Our parents were trash at one point.
They were just trying to figure it out. Like, I think that's what's so funny is as you get older, you kind of realize, like, you give your parents a little bit more grace because you're just like, you're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah,
like
they were.
You were doing the best that you could with what you had, and it was funny that we all make it. You know what I mean? Like,
girl,
because we're just all testing out life like little crash test dummies.
Girl, there was another one. That's facts though. Little crash test dummies.
We were just like.
There was another one where it was like if you go outside without shoes on, you were gonna get worms in your feet.
Girl, I used to hear that if you look at a...
You gotta finish it now.
Because it's so dumb. I don't even know why it's a thing. But if you look at a dog pee, you'll get a sty in your eye.
I remember you telling me that.
I used to be so terrified.
I remember you telling me that.
I was so like, terrified to see dogs pee. I'd be like... so terrified, like, damn. I don't know. That actually stuck with me until like adulthood.
Girl, that's wild. I mean, some of the shit that you tell me, like like that stray hair.
The hair thing really had me wrapped up for
where it's like,
I mean, it wasn't just until maybe last year that I was like, okay, I guess that's not a thing.
Can we talk about splitting the pole? Can we talk about black people and splitting the pole, bro?
It just is what it is.
You can't split the pole. You can't split the pole. She gets so mad at me because I'm not paying attention and I'm not about to cram into one tiny little part of the sidewalk.
I will snatch her or I will go by and walk around the pole.
No, this is DJ. And like, turn back around, walk back around the pole.
That's fact. I'm sorry. We believe that you do not split the pole. I don't know. I know people are like, can we get off of it? No, we cannot. I will never split a pole if I'm able.
Yeah. And now she got me freaking out about splitting the pole.
I don't even know what the repercussions are. I just don't do it. I saw one person tell me one time and I was like, say less. You are right. Yep. You've been on this earth a little bit longer than me. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. So I caught myself the other day when we were at the beach. Deidre was walking and I went to go split the pole and I was like, I'm not doing that. I turned around, went back. I was like, I don't need whatever's going to come to me if I split this fucking pole.
Look, it's stuff you're told.
Oh my God. I just want to know where that originated from.
I'm sure it's probably something that dates back to slavery.
I mean, I'm not laughing. It's funny. I'm laughing because you said it so nonchalant.
It probably does.
You said it so nonchalant.
I mean,
but you're right though.
It
Honestly,
does.
it probably does.
It probably. I mean, it may not, but I mean,
it might. Hold for a second. We're gonna find out.
Okay. It's gonna be like this one guy in some neighborhood got jumped after stealing 14 cars and 3 children
with his Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget arm. And he blamed it on splitting the pole, not his poor choices.
So we tried to find the history of splitting the pole, but we couldn't find anything.
We found something that I now have to add to my new superstition. Is that if you do split the pole, you have to add bread and butter, and I guess everything is going to be right with the world.
You just got to say it.
So
say bread and butter, and everything's right.
I don't know where this comes from.
Apparently, splitting the pole is can cause your friendship to split. Is that right?
Your friendship or your relationship. This is a quick search on the internet. You can fact check us. In fact, please fact check us. Send it to us in our DMs because we are just looking up real quick just to see where this came from. Because we've just been, I've been doing this for my entire life, and that seems silly.
I don't know. I don't really have anything else that my mom used to tell me all sorts of shit.
It's just interesting that parents do that. And then so the thing that's funny about parents, right, is they'll have you do something and then you'll do it because that's what you were raised to do.
Yeah.
And then when it comes back on them, they're like, well, why are you like that? Well, and it's like,
you
this
did
is the person
that.
You raised. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Y'all did that.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
It's funny. It is really funny.
Yeah. I don't know. A lot of like the shit that they, like my mom or my dad used to say, like I had to correct them when I got older and be like, that's actually not true. And they would be so aghast about like what I was saying. They would be like for instance, the microwave shit, right? I'm like, my mom would be like, don't stand in front of the microwave. I'm like, that's actually like proven to not be a thing. And she was like, what? Like so surprised by it.
Yeah. Oh, I started watching this new anime. Well, it's not new. It's new to me.
Are we talking about anime?
Yeah, we are talking about anime. So I started watching this anime called, what is it called? God, I just drew a blank on the name. Oh my God. Hold on. It's coming to me. Hold on. No, don't do that. It's,
the Jeopardy song is playing in my head.
Girl, and I hear it. Shut up. Psychopaths.
Oh,
golly.
Oh.
Okay. So I just started watching a new anime. It's not new, but it's new to me, and it's called Psychopaths.
Marissa you told me about it, and then Marissa talked to me about it today.
Oh, what did she think about it?
She was like, you have to fucking watch it. It's so good.
It is really good. It's really cool, and I think it ends. So that's great.
Okay.
Because I don't have to watch it for 14 seasons.
God damn.
With 150 episodes each season.
I know.
So
it's a commitment. Anime is a commitment.
It is a commitment, but I'm actually really interested in it so far. And it's funny because I'm trying to just get through like one. Like I had my list of ones that I was watching, and then I started like, I'm gonna start a new anime. So I have like 4 that are just in process.
Yeah.
Like I started watching Code Geass. Stop that. Inuyasha. Stop that.
Yeah, you did stop that. You have to watch that.
I started watching Black Clover. Stop that. And then I started watching another one, and actually that one's pretty good too, but I also stopped that.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to stick with one and finish it. So
yeah.
I'm going to try to finish this one first.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. I have a
lot.
Oh,
and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Stop that too.
Yeah. That I just watched.
Yeah.
And there's a movie, so I have to find the movie. I think it's on Netflix. But I binge watched that show. It's so good.
I mean, that day we were sitting here watching it, I was like, dang, this is actually good. I see why people got into it.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah, they did a good job with that one.
And it gets so much better, and it just leaves everything open for, like, interpretation on what's going to happen next. So I'm excited.
Okay.
But it's really fucking good. And then I finished that, and then I started Solo Leveling, which homegirl was like, I didn't like it.
I'm gonna try to watch it again. I just didn't like it when it first started because I was just like, what's going on? But I also wasn't in a good space to be trying to watch anything.
Understandable.
Honestly.
but it's so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is different. This is, no, yeah. So it's actually really fucking good, and it's different. It's like just a little different. So I'm watching that, and I'm almost done with that one. I started watching. I think it's pronounced Gintama. It's an older one. But that started being really good, but then I hopped to something else, and I really want to start watching Psychopaths.
Yeah, Psychopaths is good.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's gonna be dope.
I watched this other one. It was called Erased. It was good.
Oh, I heard that one was good
It's
too.
really good. It's not like a typical. I mean, it's like a different style in anime. But yeah, it's twists, turns, all types of stuff. You're like, ooh, okay. Yeah, it's really good.
Gotta watch that. Oh, it's good.
I think it's Erased.
I have a shit ton on my list.
I do too. I have a crap ton. My friend always sends me some, and he's like, I don't understand why you're not watching all these right now. Like, I'm like, I'm trying.
Here's the thing about being like a true anime fan. You like, it's a commitment, bro. It's a commitment. I don't have that kind of time or that kind of energy or that attention span, to be honest. Like, I'm not a big TV person as is. So it's like when somebody's like, hey, you should definitely watch like this anime or whatever. And then I see like it's 17 seasons. It's like 250 episodes each season. I'm like, no.
And they're like, oh, you just gotta
absolutely the fuck
just
not.
get halfway. And you're like, what's halfway? And they're like, season 14.
Yeah.
Episode 295.
No. I'm not doing that. Like, I'm not going to do it.
There's this crazy fight scene, and it takes about 4 seasons. But once you get through it, man, it really picks up. Like, no, I don't want to watch
I'm
it.
not fucking doing it. I'm not doing it.
I don't want to say wasted, because Naruto was actually pretty good. But entirely too long.
Yeah.
And, like, The Great Ninja War lasted so many seasons.
Yeah. I never watched it.
So many seasons.
It was too much of a commitment.
I'll give you it in short. There's a guy. He's like an outcast a little bit because he real powerful, right?
Yeah.
Then he go to this like place where they all about to, train so they could be certain types of ninjas. And he got his partner.
I already lost you. I'm already lost. Literally, the first word you said, my brain was like, turn off.
It's a lot, but it's good. The thing I liked about it is it actually had a lot of good messages in it, and it was good on that aspect, and it was just like, oh yeah, you should overcome, blah 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 blah. So it had some really good messages in it, and it was a good thing about friendships and shit.
Yeah,
but it was so long. There's like a lot of filler episodes. There's like, much. And then there's like a whole nother part because homie had a kid.
Yeah,
and now his little ass is out here doing shit.
Yeah,
no, I wasn't watching that.
That's too much. It's like Dragon Ball Z is like a whole commitment.
I used
to watch it a lot when I was younger.
I never watched it, and the first thing that I did see of it was a movie at the movie theater that everybody was super geeked about, and I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, the whole movie was a fight scene.
Yeah.
Like the entire movie.
The entire movie is like one fight scene. Yes.
Like I left, came back from the bathroom, and I was like, still?
They're still talking shit.
They ain't throwing not one punch?
Not one. You go through 40 episodes before somebody hits somebody.
Girl, I said, I cannot.
And then they talk shit after they hit them for like another 40 episodes.
I can't.
It's just a whole, like, to be an anime fan is just a whole fucking commitment.
It is. And you know what's funny? Because it reminds me of being a K-drama fan, because they will not kiss for the entire series.
The whole time.
The last episode they kiss, and now they're all in love and shit. And you're like, they've been like so close like 18 million times.
It's my fucking favorite.
I love K-dramas.
I cry
but man,
every time. I'm like, yes, why can't I find that love? Like, I'm like all emotional when they play.
They're good. They are really good.
Yeah. I started watching this show called Captivating the King. It's actually really good. It's a K-drama.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's really good. It's about, I'm probably mispronouncing this, but it's about Bxtch, which is the game with the stones. She gotta try to win the king through a game.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
So it's interesting.
That sounds interesting.
But there's a lot of twists and turns and drama, and there's like somebody that's like scheming on somebody else, and like all sorts of crazy shit.
Netflix?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna have to check that out. I watch one of my favorites, and I keep telling people about it. I can't remember. I think it's Korean. It's called Black. It's not really like a romance drama or nothing like that. It's more like an action thriller type of thing.
Yeah.
So good.
I have to watch that.
Oh my God, it's so good. Like, It's just so. I told you about it.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so good.
You did.
And then there's another one that's definitely not. It is. I think it is Chinese.
Uh-huh.
I think. It's called the Million Yen Woman.
Uh-huh.
That movie is crazy too.
Okay, I have
It's
to watch
like,
that.
yeah, it's real crazy. It's like a bunch of different women that are living in a house. They're going through stuff. Then this guy like ends up moving in with them, and like they're doing a whole bunch of shit, murder.
That's
shit.
wild.
It's wild. It's really good though.
That's wild.
It's really good.
There's another one. Sorry, we're gonna be on this topic obviously for a little bit, but there's another one called My Name.
I think
I told you about it, but I don't know if you started it or
I don't.
not.
I think I started it.
So fucking good.
I think I started it.
And the ending, like crazy.
My new obsession outside of true crime is, and like the K-dramas, is like the psych thrillers.
Yes.
The psych thrillers that are like truly psych thrillers that I'm really like, whoa, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
I love those so much. And I saw there's this guy on Instagram that kind of talks about like a bunch of movies that are mind fucks.
Yeah.
And one of them is an old movie, and it's got like a crap ton of people in it. Like it's got like Ray Liotta, and it's got like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the premise of it is there's
What's the name of it?
I can't remember the name of it at all. I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. But there's these people that are at the same, like at this hotel, and they're stuck, but there's like something about them that they may all have something in common in some way. I can't really like go into it too much, because if I do, then it completely ruins what but it's very interesting because you have all these different personalities trying to deal with one another, and like shit is happening and they're trying to figure out what's going on. It's crazy, but it's such a psych thriller.
That's insane.
It's really good. There's a lot of people, and I can't remember all their names, but
that's
crazy movie.
Okay, what is it called? Oh, you don't remember.
Let me go
Just kidding.
Identity. I think it's Identity. Yeah, because it's got like John Cusack, Ray Liotta.
Okay, cool.
It's got a whole bunch of people in it. But yeah, it's
okay. So Identity. Okay.
Identity is a really good one.
I'll have to watch that. There's another one that I think you would like. It's called Mother. I think it's called Mother, but it is a foreign film. I think it's Swedish.
Okay.
Or maybe Finnish. I can't remember, but it is super dope and like crazy twists and turns, and I don't want to say it's not gory, but it's just what the main characters do to another one of the main characters is just wild.
Oh.
Wild. It's not like gory or anything like that, but also there's children involved.
Oh.
Like like the bad people are children.
Oh.
Yes. It's super fucking weird, dude. It's so fucking weird. Like just watching it is like, what?
Really?
Yeah. I literally had to like, and it wasn't even scary. I just had to like, I had to like do one of these and like turn away.
I'm gonna have to check.
It's
you
good
said
though.
Mother?
I think it's called Mother.
Did you see Midsommar?
I did. I
That
watched
movie-
it with you.
Did you?
Yeah, because I'd never watched it before, and I watched it with you.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I think you fell asleep.
I was gonna say I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, because I watched it with you.
Wasn't that movie crazy?
That movie's weird as shit.
But it's really good. They were like, you know, some of the stuff that they believed was. I was like,
I
see
could be that.
Yeah,
I could do that.
That makes a little bit of
Why
sense.
not?
Yeah, like
Why not?
Okay, you know. So,
Hey,
but yeah,
look at that. We talked about movies like you wanted.
I know.
We did.
We did. How did we start talking about movies?
We started talking.
About anime.
I can't wait to see what this episode looks like.
Girl.
You know who we haven't heard from in a while is Gypsy Rose.
I knew you were about to say that. I knew you were about to say that.
We haven't heard shit about that bitch, and I want to know where she's at and what she's doing in life.
You're so funny.
I do.
I knew, as soon as you were like, you know, I'm like,
I haven't heard shit about her. Like, is her and her man back together? Are they not? Like, what is she doing?
I'm guessing because she's.
Is she titties out right now?
I feel like she's if she's at home, Her and her man got back together.
You think so?
With
that fire dick, though.
I mean, you know, he was probably hitting all the spots, girl.
That's wild.
Oh, I do want to talk about the cold one, the 7.
One?
Yes.
Okay. Since we're on the topic of movies and TV shows and anime and all that other shit.
It's on Netflix, right?
It's on Netflix.
The cult movie, the documentary 7M, I think it is.
7M.
That shit?
With the dancers?
The TikTok dancers?
Fucking wild. Like, I was
stuck still.
Yeah, a bunch of people stuck.
That is wild.
Yes.
If you guys haven't gotten a chance, I think it's called, I don't know what I'm about to look up the actual title.
Well,
Dancing for the Devil is the actual title.
Yeah, Dancing for the Devil. And it's crazy because, like, I was, like, when that whole dancing on TikTok thing was, like, really becoming, like, a thing, I had no idea that this fucking company was behind it.
I didn't either. And like, it's so crazy because I saw the videos on my TikTok and my Instagram, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I had no idea that I was kind of watching this play out in real time without even realizing what was going on.
Realizing it.
That is crazy.
And they're making bank.
Oh yeah, a lot of these TikTok dancers are not just doing things on TikTok. They've expanded their branches. Yeah. So they're doing all types of shit, which is making a crap ton of money, which they're not getting.
That's true. That's what I was saying. Is like that's what I was gonna say. Is like it's not even the dancers that are getting the fucking money. They're still like with this 7M or whatever. It's this church. I think he's Chinese.
I'm not sure.
I can't. I think he might be.
I think he was. I'm
not sure.
I'm not really sure.
But anyways, it's this Asian church, and this guy is like running the whole thing or whatever, and then he was already forming a cult with his members that were in it, right?
We're spoilers, first of all.
Yeah, we're gonna give spoilers, but he was already forming the cult.
He had the cult with his church members years prior to this even taking place.
15 years prior.
And one of the ladies was in it for a little bit.
Years.
Yeah, 25 years is a lifetime for people. That's wild.
And she's like the main one that's like, I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna ruin his whole life.
Yeah, that is insane.
I think like, and it's kind of like on par to Nexium.
Yeah.
That's how wild and outrageous it is.
Yeah. The stuff that was happening in there was
crazy.
Like,
I was shook. I was like, and these people are still in it?
I think I was so surprised at how current it was. Yeah. Like, not that, I guess, not that it was current, but just kind of in the sense of like, with technology and social media and things like that, I think that's what was so weird for me to see. Yeah. Because, I mean, I know like the one with the twin flames, it was the same thing as far as social media was concerned, kind of, because it was with YouTube and things like that. Yeah. But this was different.
This is different.
So I don't know, something about it like tripped me out. But then I actually saw an interview yesterday with one of the guys that was in it. Yeah. That was on the documentary as well. And he was talking to him and he was like, I can't really say too much about that, but da 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 da. Yeah. I was like, that is crazy.
That's fucking wild. Speaking of interview.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the recent interview with the stalker from Baby Reindeer?
Yes. Wait, first of all, did we ever talk about Baby Reindeer?
We never talked about Baby Reindeer.
Let's talk about Baby Reindeer.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think we did.
Baby Reindeer is a movie on Netflix that is loosely based on a true story.
So fucking good.
Weird as hell, right?
Weird.
But so pretty much, long story short, homeboy meets girl gets obsessed, she stalks the fuck out of this man, sends him emails, texts, calls, things like that all the time, does a whole bunch of wild shit,
crazy,
like wild shit, causes his life a lot of craziness, up and down, all this other stuff, and then shit happens. The thing that got me about this movie or series, homeboy did not want to admit that he was a problem.
No.
Like, he did not want to admit that he was a problem.
I was like, why are you continuing on? And then he talks about it later down. There's going to be spoilers. Did you already say that?
I think I did.
I don't know. I'm going to say it again. There's going to be spoilers. So, cause like later down, like in the season or whatever, in the series, he is like, I realized I just kept her around because I liked the attention. And I'm like, What?
Because he was getting so much attention from her. That was her daily thing.
Martha.
And it was just being snatched from him. He was just kind of like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to pull it up really quick.
And the thing that was so funny about it was that I think her name was Terry that he was dating in the series, was like, you're the problem pretty much, and you like this shit. And he was like, no.
Yep.
And it took him months to realize, like, yeah, no, you're right.
Yep.
He was the whole problem. I mean, Martha wasn't all great either. Martha was on some bullshit for real. Like, she was unsafe. Funny though, sorry, that she would send like from my iPhone.
Yeah.
From everything. That was kind of funny.
I know.
Super hell spelling errors.
And like really bad spelling
yeah,
errors.
like crazy
Sent
spelling
from
errors.
iPhone, but it's
hilarious.
Not. Her actual real name is Fiona Harvey, and her whole backstory is insane.
Yeah. She
was like crazy stalking people, and this, I think Pierce Morgan is the one that brought her on, and this is the English guy. Anyways, he brought her on the show.
Oh,
and was asking her
the
questions,
Pierce.
And she was like,
oh.
I wasn't in love with him. He used to send me pictures of stuff all the time. He used to do this and that, and like he wouldn't leave me alone, and all sorts of vulgar stuff. Bro, she was weird as shit in that interview.
Yeah,
I was like, homegirl looks crazy. Looks crazy.
Yeah.
Like she looks and talks crazy as shit.
Yeah. It was weird. The thing that was so weird about that interview is because she had that interview.
Yeah.
And then another interview came out, I don't know when.
Yeah.
But there was a bunch of stuff with her doing the same thing to somebody else.
Yeah.
And them talking about all the crazy stuff that happened.
Yeah.
And she was like, I mean, yeah, I did that. But like, I didn't do that to him.
I didn't do that to him. Yes,
like, girl, if you would do this to him, you was going to do that to him too.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, on some crazy shit.
But yeah, Martha's
wild.
She was wild for that. That was a very interesting and kind of like scary series because he literally just gave her a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
That was it. Like
that was it.
That's scary.
And then she just kept coming back into the bar and was like, "This is you're gonna be my man. Come hang my curtains."
She said, "You're gonna be my man by force. You don't have a choice.
Come hang by your curtains. Come hang my curtains." That's what she was. It was weird.
It was a really weird. Shit. Then there's that one scene where he was like, the way for him to be able to perform sexually was to think about Martha.
Yeah.
That mess had me like, bro.
That was weird. Weird as shit.
Really?
But you know what? They did really good with that whole series.
Yeah.
They did really, really good with the series.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I was about it.
Yeah.
I definitely kept like having to pause because it was making me so uncomfortable. I was like, oh my God, what is going to happen now? And then I was like, I need a break. I need a second.
It was because it was getting weird.
It was getting so fucking uncomfortably weird.
That one scene where she was just sitting at the bus stop and it was cold as hell.
Yeah.
I was like, girl, go home.
Yeah. And he went out and helped her. I would have let her ass stay out there and freeze.
She died time.
I mean, problem solved.
Literally.
Problem solved.
And the thing I think that they showcased about, going to the police and trying to report it and how difficult that was, I was like, yeah.
A lot of people go through that shit.
Because there's such weird guidelines of what is what and what can be used for what. And if it's not said this way specifically, then they can't use it. And you're like,
it's like a lot of people, damn, how are we going down this road? But it's like a lot of people who are in like DV relationships and shit. They can't go to the police and say anything until there's actual proof or evidence that they've been physically harmed.
And unfortunately, a lot of times when that does happen, they don't have the ability to be on this side of the living.
Exactly.
And so it's just like, they can come up with these dumbass laws about fucking ice cream in your back pocket, but you can't protect people from getting their ass beat.
No, that's
crazy.
Thing. That's so crazy to me. That's why I was like, these are real laws, you know, Stretch Armstrong and all that other shit. Like, but then you also have people out here who are getting fucking
with no protection
at all,
because certain words aren't being said or certain things are not being done. It's like, that's crazy.
But it's like a whole restraining order. Like, you can get one, but it's like, what does that do? You know what I mean? Like, what am I supposed to throw the piece of paper at the person?
Right, you can't come near me. It's gonna be a force field. 50 feet or more.
You throw it and it just pops up.
It's like a little transformer. You're just like,
can you imagine?
Sorry, you have to back up.
But that's literally how they are. They're like, you just call us. Why? So you can show up in 2 hours?
Like,
I don't know, bro. How did we get here?
I don't know.
How did we get here?
That's like that other. Okay, remember that documentary we were watching? I think it was a docu-series we were watching with the people that were in some crazy ass situations, and they there was the one where the girl was living in her house and her man was like harassing her or whatever, and he came in and he killed her. Do you remember that? And somebody found her on the floor, and they were he kept stalking her. They had broken up, and he kept stalking her and kept showing up, and they went to go file a restraining order.
We watched that together. That was the one in England, but I can't remember what it was called.
That one was crazy.
That one was crazy. And she kept going to them and saying, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. And they're like, there's nothing we can do until they actually make physical contact.
Well, and then they made her feel like she was stupid for feeling the way that she was feeling. So she was like, well, never mind. Maybe I'm just being dramatic.
Yeah, we definitely watched that together.
I forgot what that was called.
I can't remember.
That shit was crazy too. All I had to say, ain't no protection.
Ain't no protection for no woman.
Except the Glock. Yeah, so thank you guys for this episode was real all over the place. We wanted to do something kind of light and fun, and this was all over the place.
Yeah,
so
hopefully, thanks for hanging in.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us and all that. We will see you guys next week.
Yep. Like, share, follow, subscribe, all that good shit.
Yep.
You know, we just released the last episode.
Yes.
With our guest. So Latrice, definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it or if you haven't heard it yet. She has such a beautiful story. You know, reach out to us if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you know anybody that would want to be a guest, or if you'd like to be a guest. We can always see if we can do that. Yeah.
Any recommendations, send them to us.
Send them, you know,
if you guys
questions,
have topics,
comments.
Yeah, anything. We'd like to hear from you guys. We want to interact a little bit more, so
yes. What's up? All right. Love you guys bunches. Bye.